Hi movie lovers. Warm welcome to Movie Cinema Recap here. Keep seeing our more videos and please subscribe as it motivates us. Let's start. Stay tuned for the movie. The film begins with a woman named Kate Sullivan driving her car to the restaurant where she works. Kate is a single mother who has to pay for the needs of her three daughters, Emily, Olivia, and Molly. Since Kate's husband died, she worked into different places so she could support her family. From morning to evening, Kate works at a pizza restaurant owned by a female friend named Theresa. In the afternoon, she works as a cleaning service call, and in the evening, she must study to pass the exam to become a nurse. One day Kate gets a call to clean up a yacht parked at the dock where she used to work. While cleaning one of the rooms on the ship, she accidentally met a man named Leonardo, who had just woken up from sleep. Leo is the owner of the luxury yacht and the son of the wealthiest businessman in Mexico. Leo spends most of his time having fun throwing parties on cruise ships and dancing with beautiful women. While Leo was partying with his friends, Leo's younger sister, Magdalena, suddenly came and approached him. She asks him to return to Mexico and continue the business of his father's company. Because currently Leo's father is seriously ill and can no longer lead the company. Hearing this, Leo then asked the captain of his ship to turn around and head for Mexico. On the other hand, Kate, who had finished her work, asked Leo to immediately pay her wages. But instead of paying, Leo casually asked Kate to get him some food. Hearing this, she was angry and immediately refused his request because it was not her job. The feud between them heats up until they argue with each other. During their debate, trumpets began to sound, and the ship started to move. Kate realized that the ship was starting to move away from the dock. She began to panic and shouted at the captain to stop the ship. But the captain didn't hear her screams, and the ship kept going farther and farther. Annoyed by Kate's presence, Leo suddenly pushed her out of the boat with all the cleaning tools she had brought. The next day, Kate told Theresa about the incident that Kate had experienced yesterday. Kate felt very frustrated and annoyed with Leo because she had to pay $3,000 to replace all the cleaning tools that had been damaged. Even though she had just met him for the first time, it had made Kate hate him so much. Meanwhile, at night Leo is busy having fun with a beautiful woman on his yacht. But all the fun changed when he suddenly slipped and fell from the boat, which threw him into the ocean. A few days later, Leo was rescued by a police officer on patrol and taken to the hospital for treatment. Doctors diagnosed him with amnesia, so he couldn't remember anything, including his identity. Therefore, the hospital immediately made an announcement reporting Leo's whereabouts on social media. Magdalena heard the news that Leo had been found in a hospital in America and immediately went to the hospital to see him. However, after Magdalena learns that Leo has amnesia, she decides to leave him and return to Mexico with fake news that Leo has died. Magdalena purposely told her father that Leo died so that she could inherit the entire fortune for herself. On the other hand, while Kate is working at a pizzeria, one of Theresa's workers informs them that the man Kate told of the other day has been found in the hospital with amnesia. Hearing this, Kate immediately took the opportunity to take revenge on him. Kate will pretend as Leo's wife, and her three children are Leo's. Thus, Kate can make him work and live the difficult life that she has been going through. The next day, Kate came to the hospital and showed some fake marriage documents she had prepared beforehand. Although at first Leo didn't believe Kate that they were husband and wife, he finally believed Kate's words after she said that he had a tattoo on his ass. Kate had seen a tattoo on his body when she saw him for the first time on a cruise ship. After that, she immediately brought him back to her house. Since then, Kate's revenge plan against Leo began. She said that he has been responsible for completing household chores and cooking while she will work part-time and focus on studying to complete her nursing studies. Even though Leo actually doesn't have much experience in cooking and doing household chores, he still has to do all that, as Kate has told him. In the evening, Leo invites Kate to sleep together, but she refuses because he had an accident due to drinking all night and playing with other women. Kate punishes Leo by letting him sleep in the garage for a month. She would wake him every morning to work as a construction worker with Theresa's husband, Bobby. This way, Leo can help Kate pay for their living expenses and rent their house. He still doubts if the construction worker is his job all this time, but Bobby tries to convince Leo by saying that he is the #1 construction worker in this city. Leo began to work hard doing heavy work such as shoveling soil, lifting building materials, and mixing cement. After Leo came home from working all day as a construction worker, Kate immediately gave him another task, completing household chores such as shopping for basic necessities, cooking dinner, and cleaning dog poop. The next day, Leo returned to his job as a construction worker. At lunchtime, he told his coworkers that the life he was living right now was very unfamiliar to him. Leo felt that he had a very different life in his past. Hearing this, one of Leo's coworkers suggested that he should be grateful and not complain because every married man is responsible for providing for their family and supporting their children. Those words made Leo sober, so he apologized to Kate in the evening while bringing her a yogurt packet. He promised to try harder to provide for their family and educate their children better. In Mexico City, Magdalena gives an urn containing Leo's ashes to her ailing father. Leo's father, who believed that Leo had died, felt sad and lost without the slightest suspicion. Leo's older sister, Sofia, is also saddened by the death of her younger brother. That night, when Sofia was crying over Leo's departure beside her father, she accidentally saw the shop label under the jar that Magdalena had brought earlier. This made Sofia feel suspicious and immediately contacted Leo's assistant to find out the truth behind Leo's death. The next day, Leo and the other construction workers finally received their wages for the past month's work. He looked happy and grateful for the money as if it was Leo's first paycheck. Leo found Molly looking sad when he returned home and sitting alone in the yard. When Leo asked what made Molly sad, she said that she couldn't ride a bicycle like the other kids yet. Hearing this, he promised to teach her how to ride a bicycle properly so she could play with her friends. Then when Leo was packing his groceries, Emily approached him and asked permission to let her swim with her friends. Without thinking, he immediately allowed Emily to have fun with her friends. A few moments later, when Kate came home from the restaurant, she coincidentally saw Emily approaching a young man in the pool. This makes Kate annoyed, and she immediately tells Emily to go home. She feels angry that Emily is suddenly hanging out with a foreign man and neglects her task of looking after her little sisters. The following day, Leo replaces Kate to work as a pizza delivery man and helps her with their children. Leo took Emily to hang out with her friend. He took Olivia to the soccer practice, and he also took his daughters for a bike ride in the afternoon. Kate seemed surprised that Molly could cycle smoothly without using the training wheel. Molly explained that Leo had been helping her learn to ride a bike better over the years. Hearing that, Kate seemed impressed with Leo, who had changed a lot into a better person. Since the amnesia, Leo slowly began to fill the void in Kate's life, such as the role of a good father and a good husband. On the other hand, Leo's father has finally recovered and is healthy again as usual. Leo's father then decided to give his company to Magdalena because Leo, who was supposed to be the heir to his fortune, was now gone. At the same time, Sofia continues to investigate the truth about Leo's death. The scene returns to Kate telling Theresa about Leo's changing personality. Kate, who initially hated Leo, slowly began to feel happy with Leo's presence in her life. However, Kate realizes that Leo still has a family that really cares about him. That's why she decided to tell him everything about his true identity later that night. In the evening, Kate decides to spend a night with Leo and create memorable memories before their breakup. That night, Kate invites Leo to dinner and a party celebrating their wedding anniversary. After the party, she kisses him, and they sleep together all night. Kate seemed to enjoy the company so much that she forgot to tell Leo about his identity. The next day, while Leo was looking for a pen on the car's dashboard to write a grocery list, he accidentally found a contraceptive in the car. It made Leo think that Kate had been having an affair with another man. He then scolded Kate and asked who the owner of the object was. Seeing Leo's disappointed face, she felt guilty and decided to tell him about his true identity. Kate tells him she is not his wife, but Leo doesn't believe her. The atmosphere turned calmer when Teresa said it was hers. Afterward, Kate's children tell her that she has passed the nursing exam. To celebrate Kate's success, they picnic on the beach with Teresa's family and Leo's coworker. When Leo and Kate's family were enjoying their vacation, Sophia's men accidentally saw Leo and immediately told Sophia and Leo's father. Leo's father was happy that his son was still alive, so he ordered his men to prepare a flight to America so they could meet Leo. A few hours later, Leo's father and sister arrived at Kate's house and immediately called Leo. After he sees his father and sister, Leo begins to remember his true identity and remembers who his family is. After realizing that his real family is wealthy, Leo acts arrogantly towards Kate again and immediately leaves her. Kate's children looked sad to see Leo go with his family and leave them without saying goodbye. The following night, Leo returns to his life of luxury and wealth. But deep in his heart, he feels something is missing and is not happy with the life he is living right now. Leo's assistant, Colin, who heard this, then advised him to follow his heart and find an option that made Leo happier. The next day, Leo told his father that he would choose to return to Kate and live a simple life with her. However, Leo's father disagreed with his choice because he had to continue the business that his father had built so far. But Leo has decided to stick with his stance on returning with Kate. In the middle of an argument between Leo and his father, he suddenly heard a boat honking from another direction. It turned out that the voice came from the ship that Kate and her children were on. It seemed they also wanted to come back to pick up Leo to come back with them. Leo, who realized that his father had turned his boat to get away from Kate's ship, finally had no other choice but to jump off the ship and swim towards Kate's ship. After seeing Leo, who chose to return with Kate, Leo's father immediately threatened him by saying he would not give him any inheritance. But Leo paid no heed to that and immediately swam towards Kate. A few months later, Leo and Kate began to enjoy their life together. Leo is getting used to all the duties and responsibilities of a father to Kate's children. One day, Colin came to their house to meet Leo. Colin said that now Sophia had taken over the company and managed all the business from Leo's father. Sophia then sends Colin to hand over a yacht worth $80 million for Leo and his new family. Hearing that, Leo and the others looked pleased and happy. Leo and Kate decided to hold a wedding ceremony above the yacht to celebrate their life as a family. We can be learned from this movie is no matter how much wealth we have, true happiness can never be measured by all of it. Happiness can come from many things, even small things. If you like these videos of movie recaps, please subscribe our channel Movie Cinema Recap. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share.